Yo, I'm tired now. Hey, from all that. Where's my phone? Where's my phone now? I can't see myself. We got balls. Don't do it. Don't do it. I can see you want to do it. Don't do it. No, don't do it.
You think you
I don't have anymore.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of your boys, the Everyday Gents. It's your boy Captain. It's your bro, the business. And we have a special guest today in the house, ladies and gentlemen. It's Zaina. I don't know if my guys
Clapping
can
sound.
clap
Put
music.
clapping sound this time.
We finally have a female in the house after a long time. The
been
last
a
female
minute.
we had in the house was Reese.
Was it Okindra?
Oh, it was Kendra. Yeah, it was Kendra.
But anyway, new season, new guests. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. What do you do? Tell us quickly.
I am a second year fine art student.
What is fine art? And is there art and fine art, or is everything just art?
No, there's no art in fine art. Fine art is its own department.
How? What defines fine art? How can I make my art fine?
No, it doesn't work like that. So underneath fine art, there are different scopes. So there's painting, drawing, sculpting, ceramics,
Okay.
ECT.
What do you mean ceramics?
ETC.
Like tiles?
No. Okay, you might know it as pottery. So
Oh.
you're working with clay. It's called ceramic.
Guys, I'm Kenny from South Park today, just don't mind me.
So wait now.
Yeah.
Who gets to decide what is fine art and what isn't? Who decided?
The philosophers.
The philosophers defined what art is.
Yes.
But isn't art, by description and by its nature, something that you express as the artist? So can anybody tell you that your art isn't art?
Not necessarily.
Who decides that?
Because there's no more
other,
philosophers now, so...
There was this other guy that I saw, right? It was a video on I think it was TikTok or whatever, and they were calling it modern art, but this was an old man, and he had like these red sand things, like
I
buckets.
saw this
You saw that,
thing.
bro? And then he just
hit the thing down or something like that, and
Yeah.
then people started clapping.
and then it fell, and they said that's art.
No.
So I'm like,
It is art.
how is that art?
It's conceptual art. Okay, so sometimes it's not the art itself, it's the idea behind the art. You can actually sell the idea of your art.
Wait, did you see that video we're talking about?
No, I didn't.
You can never convince me.
That hitting the sand down is art.
That's art.
Okay, so what's the idea behind
Get
hitting
behind
the sand
that.
down?
So let me describe the video to you, right?
Okay.
There was a man, it's like in a white room,
Okay.
and there's some people like
It's
watching.
called an exhibition, bro.
Yes, and yeah.
Yes.
And
I'm
there were some
learning.
people watching him, and he just had these red buckets, like these children's buckets that they build sand castles
On the
with,
beach.
right?
Yeah.
And it had literal sand in there, and maybe there's like about 10 or 15 of them just stacked up, with all got sand. So what he did was he took a knife, and he just slit the one at the bottom, and then he stood back, and then the sand just started falling out, and then after like a couple of seconds, all it just fell on the floor.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, like, what is that, bro?
It's art.
Hey, come
Sound
on.
like a mess to me. Who's gonna clean that sand
Who
up?
needs to go to school for that, bro, to do that?
That's the thing. Once you get famous, it's like, okay, for me, it's like people will literally accept whatever it is because of your name. Like how dead artworks can sell for millions.
Like Beyonce's music.
Exactly.
Like Drake's music.
But he's not dead.
But once you get famous, people just accept anything.
Exactly like Beyonce, I agree.
Yes.
After the fame, it just declined.
I think the struggle keeps people relevant.
Yes.
So artists will only be their truest selves when they are struggling.
when they was hungry.
We'll talk about Beyonce in a minute because I got a question to ask about that.
Can we stop bringing Beyonce in every episode also?
You brought Beyonce into the picture, bro. Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
so
ask about that.
what art do you specialize in?
Okay, at the moment, I'm doing painting as one module and sculpture as another. So in first year, I did painting and printmaking, sculpture and ceramics, and then we were split. So they put me in painting and sculpture.
When did you know that that's what you want to do?
when art.
Mm.
Okay, I took art in high school, grade 10, 11, 12, and then that was my highest mark on my matric certificate.
Wait. So, are you saying that you looked at your reports and that decided what you want to do, or you
No,
wanted
not
to,
necessarily, but that was like the proof behind it.
and the validation.
That was confirmation.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
like, okay, so I'm
Okay.
good at this.
But which school did?
I was also going to ask, which school in here, in this area, did art?
Grosvenor, no?
Oh.
Why not
I don't know why I thought you went to a school in Nakali. We're so used because we went to schools in Nakali.
No, but I did. In grade 8 and 9, I was in Ambilo.
And then?
You got art by the parachute factory, bro?
No, they
Hell
don't.
no.
Parachute.
It is a parachute factory.
What you mean
Anyway.
it's a parachute?
Don't you know the story?
No,
Bro,
please
before
tell
it was a
her. No,
school.
wait, tell her it was a parachute factory.
They used to make parachutes.
Never.
I'm gonna Google it. Keep talking. I'm gonna prove this point on tape.
Prove the point,
Okay.
yeah.
Keep talking. I
But
don't
let me
know.
just tell you something now. I feel like I'm left out. The two of you both went into white neighborhood schools over here.
You hold us over
And
my
I-
head too long. It was preschool, bro.
What
was
you mean preschool?
Finland.
Your whole primary school was there. First of
Bro, I
all,
was in Esiga
I was gonna
first.
say, first of all, your preschool was in Esiga.
And then after that, I went to
Just like Zaina
Finland.
started in Ambilo.
Yeah.
I don't know how long you was in Ambilo for.
And we both ended up
2
artists.
years.
Come on. Come on.
What you mean? What artist are you?
Me, bro, I create. I'm a creative.
We all artists here.
The only reason my paintings aren't on the wall is because I want to exhibition hers fully.
Wait, but when we did the
No,
end,
I want to see your paintings.
It's not a competition, guys.
No, we're not making it a competition.
I forgot to wait. I'm still.
Yeah, the parachute.
Yes. I'm
when we
beautiful.
did the Andrew episode, there was our names that came up there. Thanks to our beautiful video editor, right? And when his name came up, it said DJ. When Andrew's name came up, it said comedian.
Comedian.
When my name came up, it said artist. So I'm the artist up in here, bro. Right?
Just because he put the word artist, bro.
He put the word artist because
We
I
can't
am
be
an
arguing about who's an artist in the middle of an episode. We all artists. We find art.
Yeah. And by the way, his school was called a maternity ward, just in case you didn't.
Favor was a
The
maternity ward.
maternity ward.
Of course it was.
It
They literally had a
still
maternity
is a
ward
ma-
in the school. Yeah. Drink.
Yeah.
They literally had a maternity ward in the school. You could do like pregnancy. Their biology class was about pregnancies and all of that. Didn't you know that? In favor. They were learning about,
So what's what you were learning about in high school in biology?
frogs and all, bro. Like dissecting
Yeah,
frogs
the
and normal
eye.
stuff.
Well, I didn't take life science, but in grade 9 we did the eye.
They were talking about pregnancy
And
and
the
all
respiratory
that
system.
in
I'm
favor.
telling you, this thing used to be a parachute factory. I will find this thing.
It was never. Maybe it was a parachute factory in actual Ambilo.
No,
Not
the
in-
school got made a. You know what? Guys, it's going
There
to take
was
too much
a-
time, but I
there
swear
was a-
before you leave, I'm going to prove to you
Okay.
Ampilo's a parachute factory.
Like what? Like parachutes for...
Like when you jump out the planes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's the one.
For the armies and all that.
Must have been. I don't know if there is a military establishment. But back to our guest and not these frivolous arguments.
Yeah.
I'd like to know, being where we're from, being from Wentworth. Have you been in Wentworth your whole life?
Yes.
How do you feel, or has that impacted your art? Or the
First of
art
all,
create?
did you make that through yourself?
No.
They come like this.
I bought the gibbets.
Is that why they put holes in them so that you can do all of that?
Yes.
Did you know that before?
Yes, you know no one can see these shoes.
Yeah, you're talking about the...
Show the people.
How is she gonna pick-
How, bro? You can just show the people.
I'm gonna show everyone my Crocs.
Yeah, it's got some bling. What's wrong with that, bro?
You really acting like Kenny from South.
What's wrong with just showing the
I
people?
even forgot the question I asked her
Yeah.
now.
So, okay.
So being where we're from, has it impacted your art?
No, it isn't at all.
Why not?
Because I don't choose to make art that speaks about these deep issues. Well, okay, I won't say deep issues, but just issues in general.
Okay, so what is your art about?
Okay, so I just make art for the sake of making art. There's a movement, it's called art for art's sake. It's called aestheticism. You just make art for the beauty of it. I feel like too many people are focusing on making art that talks about these deep subjects like racism and gender issues and gender equality. I just don't want to focus on that. It's not me.
That is actually a very liberating view on art.
But don't you feel like it should have a story behind it?
Okay, sometimes yes, but it's done so much. Like everyone wants to make art with a story behind it. Why should something always have a story? Why can't it just be because I want to paint it or I want to sculpt it?
Because when somebody looks at you the artist that's doing the art, maybe it doesn't have to have a story to you, but the person who's viewing the art, they need to relate to it in some way. The person who's buying the art, they need to be able to see the story behind it and be like, they can relate to that, don't you think?
But what if the art isn't for sale? What if it's just for art's sake?
Then why do you pay so much money to go to school to learn how to do art just for art's sake? You're not even sell it.
Because that's not the only thing that can come out of you studying art.
What can come out of this?
You see, that's the thing. Like every time.
Tell us the thing. Tell us.
Every
I can
time-
see.
No way.
I can see this is an issue for
no,
you.
this angers me. This angers me so deeply because every time I tell someone I'm studying art, they're like, "Oh, so you're gonna become an artist?" Like that stuff. Oh, there it's like it ends there. Like I'm studying art and I'm gonna become an artist and I'm just gonna make art for the rest of my life.
But I mean, if you're studying generally, okay, first of all, right, there's not many artists. I think you'll be the first and one of the longest people we'll have as an artist here until the next one comes along, right? Maybe you'll inspire other artists to come. But secondly, if you're studying something, what?
What are you talking about?
I'm saying there's not many artists around. That's
Bro,
what
we've
I'm
had
trying
so
to
many
say.
artists on the show.
Which artists, bro?
Oh, TRO or artists.
Okay. There you go.
My bad. I forgot about that.
I'm saying, like, if you're studying something, aren't you studying something because that's the field that you want to go into? Unless you're studying something because your parents just forced you to study it. And I really don't think your parents told you, we want you to be an artist.
Yeah.
You know what
No,
I mean?
but who
I don't
said?
think anybody's parents say, I want you to be an
that's why-
artist.
But who said being an artist is the only thing in the field?
Okay, but why you
What
studying?
can you become? A critic?
Yes, you can become a curator. You can go into management. You can become a lecturer. Must I carry on?
Okay.
Must she carry on, bro? Must she,
No,
must she-
we got it.
All right,
That's
no.
perfect.
Just finding out.
Yeah, no.
So what else angers you besides that? Because there's a lot of aggression that came from...
No, because it's like literally every single person, and I mean every single person that's heard me say I'm studying art thinks that. It's like automatic.
But,
Do you blame them?
yeah.
I don't really blame them, but that's because they're uneducated about that.
Ooh.
No, it's right. It's right.
No, I'm not trying to be offensive, but I mean, if you don't know, you don't know.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. If you don't, you get to know.
Get to know. That's why we're having this episode. Now
100%.
we're getting to know. So what would you say your biggest influences are then if you don't focus on those deep issues?
What's in my head?
I'm glad you said that. For those who don't know, guys.
Wait. What was in your head when you did this?
I was
piece
just
of
gonna
art?
ask.
Okay, yeah.
The man told me to wait to ask my question.
Wait, I needed to know because what? Okay.
Wait, for those who don't know.
Right. Yeah.
This. Okay, you can't see it properly. You know what? For once, we'll actually do this.
Let's take it off the wall.
Actually put it in the camera. So,
100%. It's
Is
fully
the light?
white.
No, it's white. Or
hey, they can't even see.
Take the other. Take that.
Wait,
one
there you
over
can
there.
see. Little bit. Okay, you
You
can't
can
see.
see. Yeah.
For those who don't know, that was a birthday gift to me from our very talented guest, which is Manderson. Yeah, so talk about this. Is that?
What? Yeah.
Tell us about it.
What was in your mind when you decided to do that?
I actually really like how abstract it is. I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
I thought I'm getting a painting, and then I got that. I was actually very excited.
Well, I really like abstract things. I feel like it leaves you thinking. Like everyone's wondering, like why did she cut those styrofoam things and stick them there? Why?
That's styrofoam.
Yes,
What
it
you
is.
thought it was.
You see exactly. You don't even know. You were
See,
wondering.
this is what art is. It's to spark conversation.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm just saying what I heard in a movie once. Honestly, I don't know. But that, I really enjoy how abstract it is.
Yeah.
So, do you enjoy creating abstract art more than conventional art?
Yes. Yes.
How do you know when something like that is done?
What do you mean?
Oof.
Like it's finished now.
That is probably one of the most powerful questions you've asked in the history of TV.
Yeah, no,
Also, take the steam off your head. We can't see your
Why,
face.
Just
bro?
leave Kenny from South Park.
I never tell them my age chicks say.
This is a talk show, not
See
a
the flex
modeling.
now.
Be an artist, bro. Come on.
Yeah. I think you just know. Like, there's been times when I know something's finished and then I go put more and then I'll be like, nah, I just messed it up.
I've done that enough times.
Mm.
In life in general.
Yeah.
Even when I'm cooking food.
Yeah, you taste it and then you just you
Yeah.
think it needs more salt.
And then it didn't need more salt.
And then
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
I feel you on that. Even me
Happens
with
to the
music,
best.
they always have me say, where's the second verse? I'm like, it's done. Bro.
Yeah, like
One
leave it there.
verse. That's it. There doesn't need to be a second verse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me, unfortunately, that's most of my songs.
So most of your songs are one verse
One
only?
verse,
Yeah.
wonder.
It's because, no, it's not even about that. It's like art, you know? There doesn't need to be more to it, you know? Whatever I said here was said perfectly.
Yeah. So does your art go to exhibitions or do you showcase your art anywhere?
I've been in one exhibition this year that was at the KZN SA Art Gallery.
Mm.
It was a ceramics exhibition. It was a
What?
ceramics exhibition.
The tiles one.
Wait.
No, not
Because
tiles.
what you're doing is you talking and you go fast by the one part. Ceramics.
Exhibition.
Ceramics.
Yeah. Now ceramics is not tiles, it's clay work. Anything clay falls under ceramics.
Just like tiles is clay. Boy, that's a boy. I taught you something new.
So we're standing on art.
Of course, bro.
He's the artist, he knows.
Huh?
Said artist by his name.
We are literally standing on. But think about it, bro.
No, but it's no. Tiles are no.
I wish one day.
Tiles has to be art. There's too many
No.
of our ancestors that have tiled bathrooms.
I know.
You know
For
what
it
I
not-
mean,
for it
bro?
not- they
And
tile it for a reason.
beautiful. That's art. I can't believe it.
There is actually an offense back in
To
the day
grow.
if you got money and
To
you
all
didn't
the
tile your house, you
tilers.
didn't tile your mother's house or something. You
mm.
needed to tile something. And then they still get those ugly posts. Maybe they aren't the best judges of art, because those porcelain dogs in our houses and all that growing up.
Hey.
Anyway,
Is that art?
I digress.
Those, you know, when in the like our grannies and all that, always have those funny
Maybe.
looking porcelain dogs.
Yeah, I know
there
what
in
you're
the corner.
talking about.
Is that art?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I guess so, it's art.
Would it be considered fine art since it's porcelain?
No, that's not our. No, fine art is just the headline to art.
And if you tell your granny, when you get rid of these things, she's like, leave it, it's fine.
But it's not fine.
But it's fine. Oh.
Yeah, they were ugly.
That took me a while. Well done.
Tell us about the ceramic exhibition you are going through now.
Yeah, so I made the work behind it, we were asked to model a wall piece. So I did a switch, a plug. There's no plug here.
They are plugs.
Okay, but you can't see the plugs, but it was a little, the switch part. I had to do it accurately to size. I know it's very dumb when you think about it. Why?
No, I don't think it's
No,
dumb.
like,
I'm
I mean-
trying to picture. Did you
yeah.
make a plug?
Not the plug switch. I made the switch on the wall.
Okay.
I basically copied and pasted
Out
it.
of what?
Clay. So I sculpted
A switch
what I s- yes.
onto a wall.
Not onto a wall.
So the switch
onto a-
piece that was hung, where was it displayed?
What do you mean?
In the exhibition, what was it? Was it just displayed on like a table?
No,
or
it was
stand?
hung up.
Oh.
So did it look, okay, let me ask you this. Was it made to look like, if I didn't know, I would have went into a dark room and thought that's
Yes.
it there and switched it on.
Yes.
That's dope, bruh.
Yeah.
So it looks
Why would
exactly
you?
like that.
What was the influence behind making a switch?
No, we were asked to do it.
They told you to make a plug switch.
Yes, you had to choose. There's like a lot of different things, like just random things.
Sounds like they needed to go to the electrician's class instead of the art class.
Yeah, that
But-
it was a project. It was. We got graded on it.
So which do you prefer? To do paintings like the one behind us there, or to do what you call that?
Abstract. She
Ceramic?
said she prefers.
No, but I
abstract.
mean, what category? That's ceramic or what is that?
No, that's.
Because this is a painting. That's
Yeah.
not a painting. That's
It's a mural. I don't know.
It's art.
It's art. Yeah.
It's art.
sculpted.
Come on.
It's stuff on. It's foam on
Come
a
on.
canvas.
okay.
It's
So
art.
which do you prefer? To do that or the light switch type art?
Okay, you see the problem with the lights, working with clay is you can make something and then you'll only know afterwards if it's messed up or not because it can crack if you don't work the clay properly. And then you make this pot or this vase and then you leave it to dry and then only after it dries you'll see the cracks and then you'll know you messed it up. That's the only problem.
But in my uneducated opinion, I would think commonly clay art sells more because you see that more often than anything.
What do you mean sells more? Like sells for more or sells
No, sells
frequently?
more. Yeah, more frequently. Not sells for more. Obviously, I think painting one sells for more.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, in my uneducated opinion, I feel like the clay art sells more.
I think the better question is, are you in this for profit?
I think she said no earlier on.
You asked her if she wants to make money, she said no.
No, she said when I asked you earlier on, didn't you say like that's what people think? That's why I'm doing this. I could be a.
Yeah, no,
Whatever.
I'm not doing this to become a artist, to live off my art. That's not the end goal. But if like people see my art and they want to buy it, I do sell it, but there are some pieces that I haven't sold because I'm so attached.
So you invest in your art to the point where you don't want to sell it.
Not so much invest, but I'm just very fond of it.
Now, if somebody wants, please can you take that thing over there from the back? I just want to give the people an idea. I want to ask the people's question now.
Sure, no problem.
Yes. Now, if somebody wants something like this
The light is
size,
hitting this thing in a mess.
can you see this, right? I know you're going to edit it in post. How long will it take for them to do this? What's like the time frame to tell them, and then what's like the price range for something of that? So what size is that first of
That
all?
is
8.5, I think.
No, 8.4. That's 8.4.
That's an A4 page. It can't be an
No,
A4 page.
man. No, that is A5. That's A3. Yeah.
That's A3.
Yes.
Anyway,
Okay, so it depends on the price of the canvas. So those canvases are generally like maybe 80 rand, 70 rand, and then I have to compensate for my paint.
and labor.
When you say the price of the canvas, what you mean? So you can get
This
all
thing-
A3 paper or
That's
canvas.
not paper, that's canvas.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You can get all A3 or the different types of canvases.
Yes, they are.
Does the client?
Is that the canvas, plural canvases, not canvi?
No, it's not.
But the
canvas.
painting
One
canvas.
canvas. One canvas, mini canvi.
That's dope. That's dope. Yeah. So what's the thing? Who chooses the canvas or the canvi? Is it the client that says I want this? Obviously, the client won't know. You
Yeah.
will know.
Sometimes you would know. Say need an A3 mural done or something like that.
No, but I mean the canvas.
Like
now.
he's
The
saying
client
the canvas itself.
Oh.
won't- Yeah. The client won't necessarily know I want it on this canvas or this canvas.
Yeah, well, it depends where you buy it. Like you can go buy it at a very high-end store where you're gonna get quality, but you're gonna pay more.
What's the difference between one from Natraj and one from a high-end?
Woolworths.
It's like buying cool baked beans or Rhodes baked beans.
I think Rhodes is better, bro, just by the way.
I'm gonna step out. I'm not gonna argue about baked beans.
No, I'm just saying it's like that.
Yeah. It's like buying Coke and Kobe.
That I can get behind.
No,
Well, no.
we know Coke is better.
No,
That's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
know. Ever since they took the sugar out, Coke isn't the same person, eh?
Yeah.
It's a
but I
shell of
mean,
its former
if
self.
you can choose between Coke and
Well,
Brew,
I'll drink Einbro.
to each his own.
I'll drink Einbro.
Alright, it's like liquid fruits and dailies.
Yeah.
Now in agreement. Now in agreement.
Speaking of liquid fruit, do you want more?
Yes, please.
That's what happens. The canvas is more expensive. So when you, let's say for example you buy a canvas from Woolworths, do you need to buy paint from Woolworths?
No.
So what's so special about the canvas? Does
There's-
it like if you buy Woolworths paint and you're using a Woolworths canvas, it sticks better on the canvas, or what's the main thing? Is it the canvas or the paint?
Okay, so the canvas, I suppose the cheaper it is, the thinner the material is gonna be, and it can tear.
So it doesn't matter about the paint, but itself. It's just
The paint also plays a part because if you buy a bad paint, it will be watery, and then
As in they dilute it too much to the point where it's not.
yes, there's different types of paints. So there's powder paints, acrylic paints, oil paint,
Lead-based paint.
chalk paint.
I've been watching a lot of medical documentaries. Lead-based paint is killing the people. But anyway.
And do you draw? Do you draw before you paint, or do you just paint?
It depends. It depends on the picture.
So,
Wait, I was gonna ask a question first. I was still asking my question.
wait with your question, bro. We had a whole 30 minutes about church politics. We can come back to
But
the
that
question.
was off camera.
I might, but this part is staying in, so they're gonna know there was church discussed.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, where are you hoping to go once you are done studying, or once you've completed all your studies regarding arts? Where are you hoping to go with it?
I don't want to stay in South Africa, and I know people say that, and it's like it just goes over your head. But I really don't want to stay in South Africa. I mean, the art community overseas is so large, and if you can get recognized, you can go for. I have looked into going into lecturing, but that would take a couple more years of me studying, and I really want to gain experience before I just go into more studying, because they won't hire you without experience. But in goal, I would like to become a curator.
Of your own, or
No,
just any?
for a gallery.
Mm.
For a big gallery. Curators basically decide what work goes on show.
Where would you like to go to out of South Africa?
London.
Wait. So if curators basically describe or decide what work goes on show in the exhibition, so you're studying art to decide who else's art can be displayed in the exhibition.
Basically.
But don't you need to be like? Don't you need to have like a? I'm going to try and put it in a different sense because I don't know the art terminology, right? But if I'm an artist like a rapper or he's a b-boy, but we've never put out... Yeah. How can I say who can go in the top 10? How can you say... you know what I mean?
Okay. How do they decide?
No.
How do you get hired to decide if you don't have art?
If you don't have like
a
catalog
history,
to say, I'm of
amazing art.
You know?
To
sit on the board of whatever you call it.
I'm not sure of the logistics of it, but as I said, I've already been in an exhibition, so that's obviously gonna go on my CV. And then they want you with a certain level of a degree. I'm not sure if it's masters or honors, but you have to have knowledge. That's what they want.
My question was gonna be this, right? Do you think art is good for people with depression, anxiety?
When you say art, like creating art or viewing art?
Creating it, like in your sense, like what do you think that does, like for people that suffer from depression? Do you think it's a good thing, or do you think that's something that's not so good because it just takes you deeper? What's your view on that?
Okay, I think it's a good. It's like a
Release?
a way, a release of some sort. Especially like, because you use your hands, you kind of take out what's inside.
It's a very powerful way to describe.
Yeah, I think.
So it's like therapy.
Basically, and it's different from therapy because you're not talking to anyone, and a lot of people have that problem, like being vocal. So you can take what's inside, whether you're gonna paint or use clay. And then I think some people even like destroy it afterwards. Like if you paint something, you can burn it, and then
Have
it's
you
like,
ever done that?
No.
I've done that to my drawings, but that's just because I didn't like them.
I've torn things up because I was unhappy, but not because I was depressed or going through
Yeah.
anything.
Okay, so back to this question about this, right?
Okay.
How long does it take? Just give me a rough estimate. How long will it take? So I'm calling. I say, first of all, if I want art from you,
Okay.
how do I get in touch with you? Do I get in touch with you on Instagram? Do I need to say somebody that knows you or whatever? I know the last time I tried to get in touch with you about art, it was through voice noting, through my old lady's phone, to your old lady's phone. You know?
Yeah.
My old lady's phone to your old lady's phone. But a normal person that doesn't have the plug, right, on
Yeah.
the wall that you can just switch, that's made out of clay.
Yo.
How do they get in touch with you, number one? Number two, an art piece like that, how much would you just charge them? Or is it different depending on what you're painting on it? And number three, how long does it take for them to get it back?
Okay, so I have an art page on Instagram. It's called Zaina Studio. Zaina S.studio.
It'll be on the screen.
Okay. I was just saying that just...
No
I
making
can
any
also
promises
create-
though.
No, I'm making promises. Making promises. It'll be there. And in the description.
Okay.
Yeah, all my art that I've done recently is up on my page, so you can DM me. And usually... Okay, so it depends on the size of what you want. The smaller, the less it will cost, the bigger. The more detailed it is, because the more detailed it is, the longer it's going to take me to do it. So if you come to me and you tell me you want me to do a scenic view of Durban and you want it on an A1, it's going to take me some time. And also, not to say this in a funny way, but also have a life. I'm studying. I'm
Yeah.
going to start work soon, so I'm busy. So, but generally, when someone gives me something, I'll give them a time frame. And then when it comes to price, like, I'm not ridiculous, but I just make sure I have to cover for the material that I'm buying, the material that I'm using, and then a small fee for my time.
Okay, so it is to our knowledge you used to or you still are an aspiring DJ. What made you want to do that?
Okay, so a friend of a friend was talking about DJing, and she said her friend was looking for someone to DJ with.
Yeah.
So out of curiosity, I was like, hey, I wouldn't mind learning, you know. I like music. It seems fun. And then we met,
Yeah.
became friends, and we started DJing.
What was your like, what is the funnest thing about the experience of like DJing, playing music for other stuff like that? What did you enjoy most about it?
The music itself.
Right, like getting to play music you like.
Not necessarily. Okay, yeah, yes and no.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah, like the music is playing, and then also the people are vibing. You can see you making people happy.
And where are you with that? Have you killed that, or do you still do it as a hobby? For those who are still looking to hear where you want to play and stuff like that.
I mean, I just think I haven't put enough energy into wanting to carry on. Also, not knowing. I think with that you have to have a vast network of, how can I say, people to help you out. I'm not a person that's out there.
Yeah. But do you hope to maybe get back on that horse, or are you letting the horse ride off into the sunset?
I mean, I would get back on that horse. I think I enjoy it. It's not really about doing it for fame.
Okay, now I'm coming to my real question.
Okay.
Would you consider DJs artists?
Yes.
Told you I'm gonna.
Wait, before that question, let me ask you to see where our favorite Richter scale balance is, right? If you could choose right now,
Okay.
if you are as equally as good, I'm not saying you're not, but if you were as equally as good in both, would you drop art and be a DJ, or would you drop DJing and being an artist? Which one?
When you say equally is good, when you mean success will be equal,
Yeah.
the money, the fame, everything
Yes,
is equal.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
The fact that you're taking long to answer says a lot.
I plead the fifth.
The fact that you didn't say art means that our answer to you was a biased one. That's why I'm not taking it, bro.
No, because you're saying like the fame would be equal.
Everything would be equal. If the fame is equal,
I feel like there's more fame in DJing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
There's
Like,
more fame in DJing. But let me ask you this, right? You had from what I know, I don't know if you've had any others, but to me, I know you had a very significant event at the warehouse recently, right? Was that...
why you turned like that dramatic?
I'm listening to now. I'm listening.
Was that... How was that experience, first of all? And was that your first big event or venue that you've done? Or have you done others? And if it wasn't your first one, how was your first one in terms of the nerves, in terms of getting up in front of so many people and actually playing? And how was the warehouse gig for you?
Okay, so that wasn't our first. It wasn't our first time playing at the warehouse. We played at the warehouse before that. Okay, the first time I was nervous because it was our first time in front of a crowd, and it didn't go well.
What happened?
So we were practicing on on a controller, and then when we hit it, it was CDJs. So,
I don't even know how to explain to those who don't know what the difference is between a controller and CDJs.
Yeah,
But
you can just say the controller does the work for you to a certain extent.
yeah, it's a lot easier on controller.
Yeah,
I say that.
it's like driving automatic and driving manual.
Okay, it's no.
Yes.
No, it's more like playing soccer on the ground Sunday morning with the orange slices that your mother cut for you versus playing in the Premier League. There's a difference.
That's what you're going to say, I'm playing indoor. Because there's a big difference there.
There's a bigger difference between playing on the grounds on Sunday and playing against City and catching a 3-0.
Yeah, so it was a bit of a disaster.
And how was that for your confidence? Like once that happened?
I mean, it didn't do too much damage, but at the time while the mess was happening, it was a bit nerve-wracking because it's like, hey, this is not what we planned to come into. And
what was happening? Like, was it not going on time?
The songs were clashing.
Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't great.
You know what's crazy is a lot of DJs have been there. I have been there.
I have heard when I was moving with him some pretty supposedly resident
DJs.
Experienced DJs doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Okay, well, it's good to hear that you weren't disheartened too much. So, do you want to talk about why you stopped or took a break?
Okay, so basically why I stopped. Where do I begin? Okay, firstly, the lifestyle of a DJ. I'm a homebody, so being out so much, for me it was tiring. Because like when I wanna go home, I wanna go home. So that was one thing. And then also like another thing that I won't go into too much detail with was dress code and stuff like that. Like we were told from people that you have to dress a certain way.
Do you feel like female DJs are more pressured to look the part instead of just be the part?
Yes, absolutely. Like,
I think this needs to be a part 2 episode because this is deep, but go on.
yeah, because especially like Waffles, like the way she got famous, like everyone saw that video of her twerking in a G-string.
I never see it, but anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you saw it. That's how she broke out. And I wasn't gonna go twerk in a G-string. Like, that's not why I was doing it. I wasn't doing it to get famous. So that got to me a lot, like the way you expected to dress. Like, why can't I just rock up in jeans and a t-shirt
And do
and
things.
spin the decks because that's what you're paying me to do.
Yeah.
And it wasn't so much the people that were asking us to play. It was outside people that were complaining. There were people that were complaining about the way I dressed. Like, someone even said, this one got to me. Someone was like, why is she wearing the same thing in different colors? Like, why are you interested
That's
in
stalker
one?
behavior. How does the person even know you're wearing the same thing?
Yeah, like that really
They're
pissed-
following you
I was
everywhere.
like, I wasn't like sad. I was just pissed off. I was like, why are you watching that? You should be listening to what I'm playing.
Thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for coming on the show. It's been a pleasure having you. We might have a part 2 to this because it seems like there's a lot that goes on for female in the entertainment industry that we wouldn't be privy to as males.
And I wanted to ask about Beyonce, so yeah.
Yeah, we'll keep that Beyonce one. We can't make Beyonce every takes episode.
Yeah.
We'll keep it for another time. But thank you so much for coming on, sharing with us your experiences and your views.
Next time you come, you can wear a different color K. Wait, check.
just for Ashley, I will wear a different kind.
No, for that guy who always asks you why you coming with this.
You just assume that it's a guy. What's it a guy?
I don't know who it was.
Oh, you see.
okay.
So
But if you are watching,
they gender neutral.
yeah,
Yeah.
we
For
don't
now.
know who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, nowadays you can't say.